You may notice that I'm playing this on an Android tablet, and this is to kind of demonstrate how the game runs and plays on the tablet. And so as part of that, I wanted to sort of show the instructions. They did little neat little drawings for them. And there's 4 pages of this. And joining me, I'm sorry, is Ritchey.
Hello, I'm here, behind the scenes.
I'm sorry I didn't introduce you sooner.
How many times have you bought this game?
Like 3-4 times.
You're silly.
But like it's super cheap on the tablets, so.
Oh well.
Yeah. So the way I did this was I used the same 3 characters that I did for the playthrough that we just finished. And first I'm just going to show some little bits and clips of puzzle skipping and things like that. So in this instance, I don't think I even mentioned it. Little things like that is actually the tablet slowing down, not anything that's wrong with the video. So the monk can grab the bucket from afar.
Your characters look like they're from PlayStation 1.
A little bit. Well, it is just a mobile device, so gotta give it a little slack.
Nah.
What happens when the monk grabs the bucket is it makes the well, like, unusable. So you actually need the time traveler to get that one. And I'm not sure if that's because the game knew that I had the time traveler, or if I just would have been locked out of it.
At least not
This is me
so much left
sort of dying repeatedly to get all of the caves snarky stop dying dialogue. So I think it's 5 times. And I use the scientist because I like killing her, I guess. She's got 100 million lives to make up for.
Apparently I'm the only one down here who doesn't want anyone to die.
How many fuses do you think helped launch the nuke?
There was just one, I think.
Huh.
I just remembered something funny.
Gotta write that down.
Just one more. She's not a very fast learner, is she?
More about dying. I think it just encourages them.
Alright, that's the last of that. This is me bringing improper objects to Carl. This first one is kind of his generic response for most of the stuff.
Cave gift shop. In stupid universe.
But the next one is a little bit special.
Please put that back where you found it.
You notice she kind of jumped before she talked to him, and that's because the game gets confused about whether I'm tapping on an object to interact with it or I'm tapping to jump. Which is infuriating.
I cannot sell those.
They're all just so happy to talk to Carl.
Woo!
Hey, Carl, how you doing? Yeah!
So he doesn't think much of the hot dog.
Ah.
Yep. This is the time traveler skipping through this gate. She can do this whenever we see a non-solid door for the most part. And this is kind of like a speed run of the monk skipping the zoo.
Well, you should go on the Video Game Fast show.
The Video Game Fast show?
Yeah.
Do video games fast.
Yeah.
Hey, who are you?
Gotta go
Don't
fast.
touch those hot dogs.
I think I'm cheating a little bit because I'm cutting parts out, so I'm artificially shortening my playthrough.
Well, as long as you don't use a forklift to teleport through a wall, then that's cool.
Hey, who
Yeah,
are
that
you?
was pretty
Don't touch those
cheaty.
hot dogs.
Halo Reach.
Ah!
Call it to the Halo Reach LP by Ritchey. So yeah, this is the end of this section.
So, like, instead of doing the whole thing, you just take the wiener with the monk.
That's right.
Have been overridden.
So here she is skipping to the knockout gas, and I think that is slightly outside of the monk's reach.
Oh.
I think he can't interact with something until it has that floaty text above it. This is me solving my slippery floor sign problem. Or so I thought.
Uh-oh.
He didn't even put it on the ground, and it's still slippery.
It has an aura of slipperiness.
Dampness.
I have that too.
And here's me almost forgetting to throw it down in time. And someone mentioned this in the thread, but you can actually skip through the Master's Gate. And this is an example of the game kind of chugging when there's difficult special effect.
Photoshop filters,
It had been running for about an hour at this point, so I'm not sure if that, had an effect on it, but you can sort of track my time in the bottom corner there. It doesn't run in a full screen mode, which is slightly disappointing, but...
Oh well.
I don't know. It's a huge battery hog, too. My tablet has 2 batteries, and it used up almost both of them. So you can see that even though the time traveler can get on the other side of the gate, the other characters won't follow her, so you can't skip that section.
Man, you should be able to. Or you should just be able to take the time traveler and just go. Just leave.
You would miss the vital Lotus puzzle?
Oh yeah, the Great Lotus puzzle.
Mm-hmm. I did this section because I was concerned. The game always thinks you're running, and so I didn't know how it would treat this section, but it actually automatically throttles you in this hallway. So no matter where you're putting your finger, the monk walks.
That's thoughtful of them.
It is. But then he takes too many steps backwards because he also, they maintain the momentum. They're trying to reach where your finger was touching and not, advancing. So... And in a second here, you'll see the infuriating tapping confusion, which is me trying to put the lotus blossom on the pedestal and jumping instead.
Well.
Well. In the minecart level, that made that the up and down section with 3 levels just impossible. Because
just jumping all over the place.
The jumping is so touchy, and it's kind of a pain to jump off of ropes and stuff. But that's the short way down.
Well,
that.
yeah. Anyone could have figured that out.
Yep. This is me farming all the parrots dialogue. It's not too interesting, but it's repeating stuff that the hermit says. And I think I only do a couple more. But these guys don't actually say anything very interesting. They have hardly any dialogue outside of what they normally tell you. And Polly will not take a bratwurst. That's me just illustrating. No bratwurst.
That's disappointing.
I know. He said he wanted a bratwurst. That's the cave asking if the dog is ranked. And he pops in later, criticizing the hermit's chess skills. But I didn't manage to capture that. So.
Shut up.
Mm-mm.
There should be a chess minigame with the dog.
As soon as you get that boat to
There
the
should
other
be.
side of the island, me and Spanky are
Bark,
out
bark.
of here.
Those are really the only 2 things he says. This is me trying to swim away. Nope.
That's some crazy water graphics there on the side.
Yeah, it's really bad. And you can actually tell in the background the graphics are a lot less in-depth and detailed. This is, I guess, they're making sacrifices for the mobile version. It's still over a gigabyte in size, which is pretty big for a mobile game. And even the time traveler with her hover boots can't hover across the shark water, I guess.
Well, if there are sharks in the water, you can't hover over it. That's Time Traveler Boots 101.
But she was on a different plane from them. You can't get the parrot to record the dog while the hermit is there for some reason.
It's the holdup.
So this is
I
him
don't
talking.
Want to spend another day on this wretched
Getting the
island.
rest of his little bits
I packed everything
and
special
bobs
and
out.
beloved to me. I'm ready to
I'd rather not have the hermit get his bits and bobs out.
That's a good call. But he's got
Yeah.
all that hair, though. It might not be an issue if he's actually
bad
still
this boat
decent
only has
with his.
3 seats.
Man, his long hair makes him look like a girl, huh?
Except it's, a beard.
And also his head hair, but whatever.
I know. You always bring that up. You gotta let it go.
No! I'll never let it go.
This last little bit is the hermit saying he's gonna go get his dog and he'll be right back. So if we follow him, he's actually not there. I don't know where he went. You can look all over and you can't find him.
Wow, such disappearing.
The end.